Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, it's nice to be here again, and it's the low budget baby mom. And as always, the name is PenninahPatrick. I missed you. Did you miss me? Okay, so if you did not watch my thriller video, you might want to go back and watch it, my first YouTube video, so that you have an idea of what you are going to be getting from this channel, the low budget baby mom. But if you did, and you commented, you like, you subscribed, you watched to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you for all the love. I am very grateful. So like I promised, I'm here again to talk about something else, and like I said in my video, I will be talking about some things that I experienced personally and some research that I did on it. And so today I'm going to be talking of one of the things that have affected me personally for some time now. Before I start, I want to give a disclaimer. I said it in my thriller video that I am not an expert in any of the things I'm going to be discussing here. It is experience and using myself as a case study, research. So I said in the trailer video that I have 3 kids, but what I didn't say is how I delivered them. So I delivered my 3 kids through the Caesarean session. So yeah, I'm a CS mom. Oh, if like I was saying this some few months back or some few years back, I'll be like, yes, I'm a CS mom. But I'm so glad it's different. I've totally transitioned from that because I have had to embrace the things I can't change. Okay? So I'm here sharing this information that if I had known, maybe things would have been a bit different. And also I know somebody else needs to know, needs all the encouragement, needs all the knowledge. They used to stay strong through this. And I would want to say also that giving birth to a child naturally is one of the best gifts that God has given us. So it is totally the best option you could ever go for. But a CS mom is someone that has taken another course that is quite difficult also, because it is the decision, the will that is there, and the acceptance, mostly as it is not something totally acceptable in this part of the world. But you might want to say a CS mom is an hero because he has done what it needs to take care of a child. So the first thing we want to discuss about is what is Caesarean section. When you get to know it, then you get to understand some of the etymologies in it. Temo what? I don't have any etymology. So okay, so let's just go through the definition. As one teacher, we always define things first. What is a CS section? Yeah, a Caesarean section is a major abdominal surgery that is done by making an incision, that is a cut in the abdomen of the mom to bring out the baby. It is making an incision or a cut in the abdomen through the skin to bring out the baby. If you have experienced it, if you have been told that you might have to experience it, if you are pregnant, oh God, we don't pray for anything bad to happen to anybody. But what they say, knowledge is power. If you are not going to need that knowledge, you might just need to impart this knowledge to somebody else. We have different way of classifying Cesarean, CS. Let's say CS before I bite my tongue. So there are different ways of classifying the Caesarean section, Caesarean delivery, or the CS section. Now people classify it by choice. It is called elective or emergency. You know, the elective is that you choose it for yourself. You decided that you wanted to do it, or maybe something you have actually discussed, and you saw that it's a preferable option, elective. But emergency is a situation that you find yourself actually wanting to go natural, and they're like, there's no how to. I've had to go through the 2 of them, the emergency and both the elective. You find out why as we go along. So, and another way it is classified is by the insertion, that is the cut, how it is done. From up to down, up here under your navel, down to where your pubic hair, almost close to where your pubic hair will be. That is what we call the vertical cut, and it's classic classic vertical cut. While we have from one end of the bikini line where your bikini, let's say pant abeg, where your pant line used to be, from that end of it to the other end, it is cut horizontally. So we call it horizontal cut or bikini cut. That's what the white call bikini cut. So it is said that the bikini cut or the horizontal cut is the most preferred because they are less bleeding, heals faster, and whatever. But it totally depends on the condition of baby and mother. So I don't know what they mean by if you cut it here, it might affect some organs that are here or here, and so maybe the baby is almost out or something like that. I don't know, but it said that it depends on the health condition of the baby and the mother before the cut will be decided. So for me, I was given the horizontal cut. I didn't try the vertical cut before for me to know if what he said about it is true, that it is fast. But I know that it didn't take much time for the wound to heal up, thanks to God. So on that, the types, we know that some people might think that C-section is something new, but from studies, even the name given to it might have come from Caesarean Caesar. That Caesar gave the law that any woman who any woman that is infertilized, a woman that they know that she's going to die, for them to save the baby, they can cut her. So I think the cut has been done on dead people to save the children. Some for religious reasons, that maybe the baby and the mother, maybe the baby and the mother have died, they want to bury themselves separately. That's the religious reason. So they cut the mother to bring out the baby. But to others to save the baby. But with time, they started doing it on a mother who is alive. There are some instances where it was done on a mother who is alive, and with that it started going into what it is now. So it's not something new, it's something back then. But I think the doctors have totally improved in it, because now it's not just done on the dead, it's not done on the dead person to see, it's mostly done on women who are very much alive. C-section, why would someone want to go through a cesarean section? Let me give you a short story. After I was pregnant with my child, 9 months, 3 days, I think, and everything was going on smoothly. And for some time, I wasn't really feeling my baby moving so much. And I was like telling my husband, something is wrong. This child, we said let it pass a day or two. I was still not comfortable. So we finally went to the hospital. We did some scan, and they said she was twisted in the umbilical cord, something like that. So it is neither. I was okay. I was totally okay. They did some check-ins if I could give birth natural. And I remember a doctor telling me that you might have to go through a C-section. I was like, no, I don't want to go through it. That is selfish me in a bit. I was thinking about my stomach, because most women you see with C-section, their neighbors are pointed at and their tummy is just standing out. Oh, I can't believe I'm actually talking about it finally. Hearing and like that. And it was like, you can decide to go home and wait for that time where you naturally feel the push and come. But what if you come and then you push all you want, your baby is already come? So that was it. We had to give it a TikTok, a real TikTok. I said TikTok. I totally didn't accept it, but that was what I had to do at the moment. And I'm so glad I did it, because my girl is 3 now. So that brings the question, why a C-section? Somebody, I don't know if people do that where they simply just work and say, I want to go for a C-section. But there are major reasons why the doctors recommend C-section. That would be for the mother or the baby's health. There are some health reasons, like I will give some example. The first one might be because you had a C-section before, like me. I had my other babies through C-section because I had a C-section before. I will break that down later on in the conversation why I choose it. So one of the reasons can be because you have actually had a C-section before, so you decide to go through a C-section again to have your baby. And then another reason would be to prevent the child from contracting some diseases. Yes, it is said that through vaginal delivery, children can contract diseases can be transmitted to the baby during vaginal delivery. Diseases like HIV and so on. So to prevent that from happening, if the mother is having AIDS and they don't want the baby to have it, they might just have to open the belly and bring that out. I think a doctor will be in a better position to explain this to the mother, because the baby has been in the stomach and man, God is great. I can't imagine. God is great. So another reason is the mother's health condition. Maybe the mother has diabetes, high blood pressure, and like that. So going to the vaginal delivery might be them taking and fear of losing the mom and the child at the same time. They might just opt for a C-section for the person. The placenta may be placed, maybe blocking your cervix. You see, I said I'm not an expert, but placenta, I think, is that thing that connects the mother to the baby, the navel or whatever. So it might be blocking where the baby is supposed to come out from, where it's supposed to enlarge for the baby to come out. So that's typically what they say, labor difficulties, or what term do they call it? Those kind of things can lead to you going for a C-section. So this situation can happen in a way that, let's say the person is already in the process of having a child and they are difficulty, the baby is not really totally coming out, and then they opt for a C-section, an emergency C-section to save the mother and child. So when a person is also having multiple babies, triplets, quadruplets, a C-section, having one and you really get tired, and then the person has to give birth to push for a lot to come out. So some, they advise for them to have a C-section, or they are in the process and they see that they actually need to have a C-section. Too large baby, or the baby not well positioned. The baby is too large, very big. A lot of me, my family, we have big babies a lot. So I remember telling the doctor that is there anything I can do for my second pregnancy so that my baby won't be too big, and I have to just do it the way people do it, and the baby is out. And then I said that it's like it's in your gene. So even if you avoid this and avoid that, I think the baby is going to be bigger than what other people normally have. So it's just in your blood. Come on, I'm big. So that is some of the reasons. And then the other part, say maybe the baby might be wrongly positioned. That was the case with my daughter also. I remember lying there, and then when she came out, I was like, the lady who was trying to talk to me said, look at this girl. She came out with a butt. So you see, the baby being wrongly positioned can be another reason why you have to go for a C-section. And breathing difficulty, if they find that, you see, like my baby, the placenta was wrapped around her, and her breathing was heartbeat was not so much, and that was what I felt. She wasn't able to move so much, and I wasn't feeling those vibes around me, and so that can be one of the reasons why you are asked to go for a cesarean section. And the switch, you can switch when you're having vaginal delivery, too much difficulty to save life, they switch to a cesarean section. The umbilical cord may get wrapped around the child, we have said that before. And then the placenta separates from the uterus. I don't get those terms, I can't totally explain them. And baby noticing signs of distress in the baby, low or irregular heartbeats. So there are a lot of reasons why a person will be advised to go for a C-section. So we are in God's hand, and then God put us in the hands of these doctors so that they can take care of us. So not like we have any choice. We have to trust, and our body also gives us some sign, and follow through that. Now, what are the risks when you have a C-section? Everything in this life has risk. Just sitting there and said is risky, and how they call it risky. So that's it. Advantage, there will be disadvantage. So